It's me, JC, back with another Ceramic Hour live stream. We are still working on doing some underglazing. We left off on Wednesday with our little bunny face. Both of the brown and the white have 3 coats on, but I like to do 5 coats for my underglazes, so we're going to finish that up. And then once we have all of the brown coats down, then we're going to work on the eye. You know what? Let me just, I need to turn my dryer off because it's going to keep dinging for like forever. Okay, just give me a second. Okay, so we're going to work on our little bunny here. We didn't do a stream yesterday because I had the day off, and I'll show you guys what I have planned. So I kind of like drew out some of the designs that I have. So this one is going to be a little sugar cookie, just kind of like drawing out like where to put the underglaze. I have, this one's gonna be a little watermelon. I don't know if I have colors exactly for these, but I think we will have some, I don't know. I think we're just gonna go with it. This one's going to be a pancake. And then I have this smaller one that has, it's gonna have blueberries on it. And they have a little pat of butter and maple syrup running off of them. Which one? I think it's this one. I have a couple other plates down with, that look pretty similar to this, but this is going to be glazed, in these little areas. So we're going to have, like underneath these circles, it's just going to be the bare clay. Well, not really the bare clay. It's going to have like just a clear glaze on top of it. And then the other ones are going to be colored. So I have that planned out. And I'm working on planning out where the stripes are gonna go. I have 3 cups over here. I also have a planter. I don't know what I'm gonna put on the planter, but I'm starting to plan out where the stripes are gonna go on this. Oh, I do have one more piece. Let me see. With a little pool design. It's kind of like a bit further away, so I'm not gonna go get it. So we can work on our bunny today. I kind of want to check out how my little dish is doing. I would like to clean it up in case we need to use it. I had some underglaze on here from my, I was making kind of like a little test tile of some mixed underglazes to see what some of them would look like. And then they dried on here. And then I just poured a bunch of water onto the dish. Just kind of like get it to soak up the water and break it up easily. In a way, it kind of acts like watercolor. I used to do a bit of watercolor painting before I got into doing ceramics. I used to do a bunch of stuff, but now I'm like trying to focus my business on ceramics because I feel like it would do better if I like was putting out like more of a consistent thing. That's what everybody says, so that's what I'm doing. I'm just kind of going to continue doing some of that stuff, like some of the other stuff, just kind of like in my free time. I do have like a separate maker place shop for the other stuff that I make. So I don't know if it's like really free time. It's still kind of business stuff. Just to see if I could sell any of the remaining things or just kind of like get some money back from, you know, just like I have so much either inventory or like money that I put into like buying supplies. So I'm I don't know, I'm trying to quit doing the other stuff and like focus on the ceramics for the most part. But I'm still kind of, I don't know. It's definitely less of a focus because I definitely do spend a ton more time working on the ceramic stuff. But I think when I don't know, whenever I kind of like just feel a bit motivated to like try something new or like work on something different, I can do that. Okay. So I've got this dish pretty good. Let me just like pat it down with my little napkin here. I want to get like the majority of any underglaze off of this. And if you're gonna use like a ceramic dish for like underglaze or glaze, you want to make sure it's something that you're not going to put back into your kitchen to eat off of. It's just kind of a safety thing. So this is really just like a trinket dish sized thing. So I'm using it for my paint palette. And then I have this little thing. I don't know. I think I got this at like an Asian store. It looks like it's for like soy sauce or something. So let's just pour that in here. Oops. Oh my gosh. Okay. Just kind of like clear this up in case we need to use a little palette. I promise we'll get started in a second. And then if you haven't seen me underglaze, I have a bucket off to the side that I will pour this little cup into. So all of this underglaze water will go into that bucket. You don't really want to be putting underglaze or glaze water into into your sink, just for like eco-friendly standpoint. I wouldn't think that clay or glaze would like clog your sink, but just from like the eco standpoint, you don't really want these kinds of potential chemicals and stuff going into the local water supply, whatever. Okay, let me see. What colors do we need? We need this one. Okay. And then I'm gonna put this one back over here so it's not like distracting me. Okay. Cool. I think it's like okay if you put like a tiny bit of like glaze or like underglaze like into the sink. Like if you have it on your hands like a little bit, it's probably fine. Let me see, which one should I do? Maybe, no, I think we'll do this smaller brush. Like if it's like on your hands and it's just like a tiny amount, I think that's like fine, but you just don't want to be you just want to try not to dump too much into the sink. Okay, so we have our cute little bunny here. I still have, I have like, let me see. Okay, we have 2 other bunny heads that don't have a design on them. And then we finished 1 full body bunny. That one's being fired right now. And then I have 1 full body bunny that doesn't have a design on it. And then one of them I'm working on making Emmy. I think I'm going to wait until I get the current batch back from the studio. In that batch, I have a little test tile. It has some of my newer colors in it that are going to include a couple more like very natural colors like browns. And I have a couple like grays in there. So that should give us some more options for how I'm going to do some other bunny colors. Let me just kind of focus for a second. Okay. And our cowboy boots are being fired right now, and I'm so excited for that. I really cannot wait to see how those turn out. I think they're going to be really fun. And we should definitely make some more when we go back to making things. I'm so far behind on like decorating things. Like right now I have things that were fired, like they were bisque fired, like, I don't know, in October or something. Like they've just been sitting for a long time. So I'd like to do quite a bit of decorating before we go back to making things, because I don't know, I have this thing about separating my workspace. And it is a little bit, it's not really like tricky, it's just kind of annoying to have to like move everything out of the way. I have to move it somewhere else. And it's like, where is that somewhere else? Is that my my desk that I work at like during the weekdays, and then it has to be moved back around, and I don't know. So it's just nice if I can like mostly be able to like focus on like one thing at a time, like instead of switching from like making clay stuff to like just like continuously like decorating or whatever at my space. Like it's just a lot simpler. Because I don't know, I just have like so many things. I have a bunch of underglaze, I have like all these brushes, and we have like 1,000,000 of those little pendants. I keep like, those have been sitting around for so long. I really do need to get to those too. Yeah. But then it's kind of hard to like I do actually have like 2 things that are sitting like in progress right now. And I do need to keep checking those to make sure they're not drying too much. I still did not finish that that like wall shelf that we were working on for like just so long. We're working on it for so long. It's still not done. Do, do, But I think we're making some really great progress, because some of this stuff that has been sitting around for a little while, like that I wanted to underglaze and didn't like get to it until like now, like I really do just need to like sit down and figure out what I'm gonna do on them. Some things it is like, it's definitely like okay to like set it off to the side and come back to it later. Like I had this like really weird shaped dish that I made, and it was a little bit like, it had some like hard angles to it, when a lot of my stuff is very like round. I don't really make very many like rectangular or square, you know, that like just like something with like an angle to it. I don't make very many things like that. And I was like, great, this thing is not gonna fit in. It's not gonna really match with the rest of the stuff that I'm making. And I just set it off to the side, and I was like, I don't care. We're gonna come back to it. And so that one sat for like, I don't know, maybe a couple months. I'm not sure. And then I had the great idea. Just a minute. I was looking at it, and I realized it looked like a cake slice. Like you were kind of like not like a, I don't know. It was kind of like looking at it from an angle. And if you've seen my Instagram, I have finished it. I finished that a little while ago, and I sold it. So you can go see what it looks like. But like, just like not being too rushed, just giving myself time to just like, I don't know, like let it sit, and like maybe I'll come up with something. It totally worked out, because I really had no idea what I was going to do with it for a long time. I was like, do I just put like a glaze combination on it and it's like blue or whatever? But like that wouldn't really, shape-wise it wouldn't match. But because we're doing like, I'm trying to involve more like whimsical stuff that is like in different shapes, like this bunny dish that we're doing, like it totally made sense, and it was perfect. It really was like just so perfect. So like that kind of thing, it makes me really bad at procrastinating, because there are moments when I'm like, oh, like maybe I'll just figure it out later. Like some great idea will just come to me later. And it definitely does happen. But there are definitely times where I really do need to just sit down and make myself like work on it. So I guess it kind of depends on like, I don't know, like some of these, like I have a lot of just small little like trinket dishes right now, and like it really doesn't matter like what goes on them. Like really anything could go on them. And they would be so easy to just make more of them. Where if I got an idea later on, like there's nothing like that special about like the shapes or anything of a lot of the trinket dishes that I have sitting around right now. So those ones don't matter. But if I have something that's like a little bit more unique, something that, I don't know, I don't know, maybe just like the shape is unique or something. Then I will maybe set it off to the side and think about it. I have these little, they're like pinch pots, but they have like they have like little tiny handles on the side of them. And they're super cute. So I have had those ones sit around for a little while. I had like 2 of them. One of them I'm still not sure how I want to decorate it. And then the other one is being fired right now. But I mean, it's really not that big of a deal to like recreate. I don't know, sometimes I get really precious with this stuff and I'm like, no, what if I think of a better idea or something? I don't know, I get really precious about it. And it's kind of weird. But I don't know, I'm kind of like trying to think of like what I should put on the second one. I'm definitely thinking of something that is kind of cottagecore like. I don't know, I kind of have like a little like scalloped design on it, like near the top. And then I don't know if I want to do like, I don't know, maybe like little strawberries or something would be kind of cute. I know like strawberries are really trending right now. So I've been remaking my little strawberry design for a few different things. And I might do, I don't know, I might do more of that on maybe like some of the little plates that I have. I have so many little plates right now that could have like just anything on them. Okay, let me grab my small brush. Let me just like get these little tight spots, these like tight little corners real quick. Then we have to get up over here by the ears too. Oh, I don't, I just realized I didn't turn this light on. It's not, the lighting's not too bad for me, but I think it just looks darker on screen or something. But actually this does look, the lighting is a lot nicer now. Okay, I think that was pretty much it. Let me like, I don't know, maybe put like a little stroke here. It just kind of looks like there's a little bit less there. Okay. Okay, yeah. Let me get the sides. I don't think I did the sides for the white yet. Just kind of want to make sure that we have a good even coat on the side. I wouldn't really want it to be like super uneven. And when these coats are done, I am going to be going across the sides here, and I will be using like a little sponge, maybe a little brush to even it out. Just so you know, you could put like a wax resist down too, but I don't know. I feel like it's fine. I'm fine with like using a sponge. Okay, I'm not sure if it matters, but I think I would prefer to do, so we have both, so both colors have 4 coats down. I think I would prefer to do the white and then have the brown on top of it. I really don't know, like, if it matters all that much. So let's just do our white again, and then we're going to go and do the brown, the final brown coat after this. Okay. Sorry, I just kind of have to like focus a teeny bit over here. Okay. Okay, let's turn a little bun face so I can do over here by the ears. These are just gonna be like just so adorable. And I have to make like a bunch because otherwise I'm gonna be like I'm gonna be like saving a bunch for my personal collection. But it's good that we already have like a number of little bunny dishes ready to be decorated right now, because otherwise, if this was the only one, I'd be like, I'm keeping this for myself, it's too cute. What else was I doing? Oh yeah, I have this little I'm waiting to get back my glaze test, or my underglaze test for the colors for it, because I want like the perfect like green color for these leaves on the design. None of my current underglazes have a very like, they just don't have the right kind of green color for leaves. But once I get that, I'm like, I think I might be keeping this thing for myself because it's too darn cute. And I definitely need to like not do that with everything that I make. But a lot of the stuff that I make is not really like a lot of the stuff is just like, I don't know, like, I think people just kind of refer to them as like small batch ceramics, where it's like, I think when people say that, it's mostly like saying that you haven't like kind of made your process any faster by like for example using like slip molds or something. Like you could get a bunch of slip molds out and done and ready to go, but like what I'm doing here, like this stuff, like it takes a lot longer to make because it's all by hand. Let me see. And it's definitely not like, I mean, it's definitely not like obviously like industrialized or anything. Or like, I don't know. I'm just kind of assuming that's what people usually mean when they say that. Like, I don't know, like on their Instagram profile or something. And like I would say a lot of my pieces are pretty like unique to each other. Like there aren't very many that that look the same. We're starting to get a bit more of those, because a bit more that like do look the same from doing those, like from using the templates while slab building. So that definitely makes like a little bit of the process easier, or like a little bit faster, and a little bit more like well actually like a lot more of the same. Like the pieces look more closely the same. But I would say like the majority of my stuff has like a different design on it. Like even though I have a bunch of like round plates, like I'm planning on putting like different designs on them. Like I showed like earlier in this video, like my round plates have like pancakes on it. One of them has watermelon, even though both of those are just about the same size and shape. They still like, I don't know, I like to try to do like different things, because like I don't know. I guess like for one thing I want to see like how it turns out. Really just kind of just like color wise mostly, like the watermelon I'm not like at the moment I'm not 100% confident in how that, like I really want to do like that fade for the green, you know, because like on the outer rim of it, it's going to be like a little bit of a darker green that's going to fade into like a white. And then that goes into the nice like red pink color of the watermelon. I don't know. I mean, I could just like try not to do the fade at all, but I mean, I think ideally I would have it in there. But like stuff like that, I'm like, I'm not really sure how this is going to turn out. Like if I do the fade but then I don't like it, like I would hate that I replicated that design on like like just say like I did that same thing on 6 designs, but then I hated it. So, I mean, there's definitely that, just kind of like testing out like how things are going to look. Let me wash my brush real quick. I'm just gonna smush around in this little cup here, and then we'll get to doing the last like brown coat. And then yeah, I think for the eye we're going to have to grab maybe like a smaller brush, and then we'll work on that. I think we have some colors in there, like trapped in the brush. So I'm just gonna kind of like smush it around. And I would recommend that when you're done, like working on glaze or underglaze, to make sure you wash your hands. I know a lot of people forget this, or like, it's kind of a weird thing to think about, but your skin is an organ, and if you put stuff on your skin, like underglaze, your skin is going to absorb it into your body, just like how it absorbs lotion, chapstick, you know, things. So when you're working with certain materials, you want to make sure that like when you're all done to just, you know, wash your hands and make sure you don't, you're not like absorbing a bunch of it into your body, because I mean, a lot of this stuff is pretty like, it's not really like too hazardous really, but you really shouldn't be like absorbing it into your body either. Like you can see this underglaze is AP approved, and that means it's non-toxic, but it's just, you know, I think it's just good practice, and a good habit to get into while you're working with stuff. When I was doing ceramics at the college, I think it was particularly Shino glazes. Like, I can't really remember. I think I might have been dipping stuff with my hands, and like just after like maybe 2 minutes or something of it being on your hands, it like kind of like tingles or burns or something. I can't quite remember. But it's like, oh, this is a little concerning. But yeah, just kind of, I don't know, just kind of something to, something good to know if you're a little bit newer to this stuff. And that's because it's in this, you know, like wet or dry state. When, you know, of course, when we fire this with a clear glaze on top, and the clear glaze is going to be, it's going to be like food safe and all that, that is when it really changes. And basically the glaze, once it fires, it's going to lock in any chemicals that color it. It's basically going to lock it into the glass that it forms when it is fired. So that's why you go from like a questionably safe or possibly definitely unsafe material before firing to a safe material after firing, is because the glass-like state that it turns into when fired is, it's really like locking those things in. Of course, not all glazes are are food safe, so you definitely want to watch out for that. Definitely like double check the ones that you have before applying them to plates, bowls, cups, all of that. I'm planning on making like maybe like a quick little video for like people that are new to ceramics, or just people that people like in the general public would like to know. I think I need to like maybe kind of freshen up a little bit before I make the video, but just gonna go over like those different kind of like statements that you see on ceramic pieces, like this is food safe. This is, but like just because it's food safe doesn't mean it's dinnerware safe. So you might be like, what does that mean? Or like, although those like typical things like, yes, you can put this in the microwave, you should not put this in the dishwasher, or, you know, whatever those things are, and like the reason why. Like, you don't want to put something with gold luster in the microwave or in the dishwasher, just like some of those kind of things. Yeah. And I don't know, like it's kind of interesting because my partner doesn't do ceramics, and I can kind of ask him things sometimes. Like, he gets really confused about which things can go in the dishwasher, or like part of my counter has my glazing materials on it, and I'm like, please do not put food here. Like, do not put food here. Like, and then he's like, well, isn't it safe? Once you're done with it, you're just gonna put food on the things. And then I'm like, no, that's not how it works. So like, I don't know. Definitely not just anybody is going to have like stuff like that, like just sitting around their house. But for like anyone that's like pretty like in the beginner stage of like working with ceramics, it would be good for them to know, like, hey, just, you know, this is going to be safe once it's fired, but when it's in, you know, this state, like whatever that is, like maybe it's a powder, maybe it's a liquid, like it's not really, like, definitely don't eat it or like put it in your mouth anyway, or like, I don't know. You shouldn't be inhaling. You shouldn't be inhaling powdered things. You know, maybe it's like an oxide or something. Like, all of these things. Like, it's gonna be safe later once you fire it, but right now, not so much. But I don't want to scare anybody into like not trying ceramics for this reason. I think like generally it's pretty safe. It used to be known that people used lead in glazes some time ago, but most glazes don't have lead in them anymore. I think like, I don't know, it kind of feels like the majority of store-bought glazes are food safe. I mean, you definitely have to check and look at it. It will tell you if it's food safe most times. Or like, I don't know. I think if it did have lead in it, it would say that. It would definitely like not have this AP on there if it had lead in it. I think that would be pretty uncommon But there are people that do ceramics that do like that effect. Or like, I don't know, like the look of what lead gives to ceramic pieces. So they're still out there. And people still want to use them. They just use them with a lot of caution. But it's just kind of good to know your basics in being safe while you're handling ceramic things. I mean, I think like a lot of art materials require like some level of like safety, like even paints. Obviously it would be, I think, a lot harder to ingest your paint. But like you still have things that are safer than others just because of like the makeup of your art materials. So like, I don't know, I think a lot of art materials still have like kind of like little safety things about them, and it's just kind of, I think like a lot of the time it's not really scary, but you just need to be aware of like a few certain things. Okay, so here we go. We are going to I don't know, should I just like put down a bunch of white and then we're gonna cover this with the black, I think. Okay, let me just, I kind of need to be like really careful not to, I really don't want to overlap the brown too much. Okay, and that's drying fairly quickly. Where's my little card? Okay. We've got our little card here for first coat done. I don't think it's quite dry, but the first coat does dry like fairly quickly though. I think I'm just gonna coat this whole area for the eye, and then we're gonna coat it again with the black. Okay. Is there anything else we can do right now? The more coats we put on it, the longer it's going to take to dry. I think we could do like, maybe we could put like some jam on this little toast. Let me see where, yeah, how about this red color? We're gonna make it match our other little toast. And then, I don't know, maybe we'll do something different. Gosh darn. This underglaze, it smells weird. As soon as I opened it, I was like, oh. Oh goodness. Let me see. Maybe this brush. And then I think once we get some underglaze on here, then the eye will be ready for another coat. Let me see. I really, with how small this is, I really need to like be careful and like focus. how did I do that? I think the design kind of went like this, sort of, with the other toast that we did. Kind of fill this in a little bit. I know it looks really bad right now, but we're gonna fix it up. Let me see. I just need to be like really careful. Can you guys see what I'm doing? Okay. Okay. Let me just kind of like rotate it a little bit. Okay. Yeah, I think that's pretty good. Just kind of put that down. What's the top for this? Okay. Where is my... Okay. Okay. We've got like 7 more minutes. Okay. Let's see, can we do more on this toast? Still kind of drying. And I can tell because if I move it at an angle, I can kind of see what parts are still shining because they're wet. Although I'm not really sure if how easy that would be seen, like, to you guys. Oh my gosh. I'm just like wiggling all over the place. I forgot why I put this brown here. This is for me to like put my hand on it. Okay. Here we go. Okay. It's fine. How's our white doing? Our white is doing good. It looks dry. I definitely could have used like a wax resist if I really wanted to. For either like this brown section around the eye or like the black portion of the eye. But I don't know. It definitely takes a little bit of time because when you use the wax off, you do want to use like a good amount, like a really good thick coating, because then it will be a lot easier to peel off if it's really thick. But if you put it down really thick, of course, like it's gonna take I don't know, I don't even know how long to dry. I don't know off the top of my head. I just usually like slap on a ton and then I just like set the project aside while I work on other things. And I don't know like how long that would take if we wanted to do it in the stream. Our little brownie here would be, it's ready to have little, what would those be called? They're like, if you know what this brownie is, it's like 90s lunchbox snack brownie with little like chocolate chips, but they're coated in candy. I don't really know like what colors to put on it. I think off the top of my head I can think of like blue, yellow, pink. I don't know if there's a purple. I don't have very many purples. But I don't think we're going to do that quite yet, just because I'm not really sure. Let's see. Oh, our white is done drying out. Perfect. I think the red is like, it's pretty wet though. Actually, I don't know if the white is fully done drying. It doesn't have that like shine to it. Sometimes even after it loses that like shine, it's still kind of, it might be a little bit darker than what it would be when it is fully dry. So you do want to watch out for that. Okay. Okay, so I've got all the white coats done. And I don't want to do the black just yet. Well, this coat definitely needs to dry. But I just want to make sure that I have like, I kind of want to reference the other eye that I drew for the other bunny dish and just make sure that they look the same. I think it'd be really easy to do like a slight, I don't know, like a very slight difference, but that it looks really different, if that makes sense. Okay, so let me just clean up our little brush here. It's a lot easier to clean the underglaze off stuff if it is wet versus if it has already dried, so that's just kind of a good thing to do. And then set that off to the side. Okay, yeah. I think I don't really know, but I think we might do underglazing tomorrow. I don't really know what we would be working on exactly. I don't know, but I think we might just continue with that because it's just like, I don't know. It's a lot more productive for me to continue with this, just like staying like on a roll with it. So I think that's what we're gonna do, but I'm probably going to finish this bunny. Oh, we have to do the nose. Where's the pink for that? I think I would use this pink. We have to do the little nose. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna totally forget. Okay, Well, anyway, that is our stream. And how can I don't know, I want like the right angle for our little thumbnail. That is our stream for today. Thank you so much for watching and joining. If you're watching on Twitch, be sure to follow along so you know when I come on for videos. We stream Monday through Friday, typically from 1 to 2 p.m. Pacific time. All the videos are uploaded to YouTube at Callie & Co. And there you can find our ceramic hour playlist that has all of the videos in it for you to watch. And then the YouTube also has a few other videos. I have a few ceramic tutorials and some that are just kind of like for small handmade businesses, or just kind of like for general, like any artist to know. And yeah, be sure to subscribe on YouTube and like the video if that's where you're watching. And thank you so much for joining, and I will see you guys on Monday. All right, bye.